team and the Toronto Raptors are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, or entering the court or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules.
And out on the floor, shaking off the pregame jitters, these guys getting all set for tip-off. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Now let's check out the race for Rookie of the Year. These young stars now have a season behind them. So who stood out in this incredibly talented crowd? He's shown us throughout the course of this season that he's at the top of his rookie class. So it's no surprise to see him in the top spot.
And there's no doubt he's the top contender. I'll be shocked if he's not lifting the Rookie of the Year trophy later on.
Well, with his growth and his consistency and just the overall impact on his team, truly remarkable.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Harris and Duren together in the middle. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. And for the Raptors, the perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. Then there's Barnes. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Big Cat in at center, filling out the middle. Hard legs for teams gearing up for a playoff push. This is the time of year when you want to be clicking on all cylinders.
And you notice that difference in intensity immediately after the All-Star break because teams are starting to ramp it up, getting ready for the playoffs.
Players seem to know when they've got the kind of team that can make a deep run.
Oh, everybody in that locker room can sense it.
Count it.
Wow, Barnes just slicing through the defense. That display of ball handling was impressive.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Barnes in his last outing with 12 points. Six to shoot. Ivy against Ingram. Over Ivy. Outside for Ingram. Three-pointer. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, the defense fell asleep on that one. You've got to get to Brandon Ingram in that corner.
Ivy outside. Pass to Cunningham. And he buries his first look.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's Big Cat. Really played well against Phoenix in his last game. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Such a wide open look.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Now here's Cunningham. Last game we saw him with 32 points. Here's Harris. Pass to Duren. Ivy outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Toronto.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Barrett. Thompson pulls it in. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Trailing by 2. The last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
And last time against this squad, they struggled to make free throws.
For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Outside Ingram. And the 3 off target.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Tim, talk about what Tobias Harris has brought to the Detroit Pistons.
Well, Brian, he has just stabilized them on the floor. And Coach Bickerstaff said it best. Harris knows what the game needs, and he has the versatility to get it done.
And Harris drops them both. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
What a heads-up pass to know that his teammate was going to be available down in the paint.
The Pistons have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Pass to Duren. Cunningham outside. Lets it go from deep. And the three-pointer goes. Cunningham's got 5 points.
And he is a guy who typically needs the ball in his hand, so it's good to see Cunningham as a catch-and-shoot option.
Quickly passes to Big Cat. Back to Quickly. Driving in. And he banks in the layup.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
The Pistons trailing. To the paint. Here's Duren. Pass to Ivy. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Down low. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
And here's Ivy. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Duren, the screen. Inside. Misses the baby hook.
Good offense beats good defense? Not always. They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
It's Barnes on the wing. Here's Big Cat, pounded by Harris. To the middle. Here's Big Cat. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. He's got 6.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Now here's Thompson. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. Duren, the pass to Cunningham. Thompson with a screen. Shot clock at 6. Harris finds Ivy. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Ivy's gotten his second bucket.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
Pass to Big Cat. Back to Quickly. The 15-footer. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
That's really pretty. The mid-range from Quickly. I love it.
Detroit has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Ivy outside. Back to Cunningham. Got a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. For 3, here's Harris. Offensive board. Here's Duren. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Pistons lead by 1. Here's Big Cat. He's got 6. Pass to Barrett. Here's Big Cat. That shot, no good. Good D by Duren. Now Cunningham. Ivy outside. The Pistons need to get one up quick. And the dunk by Duren.
And if Duren decides to go up and try to dunk that, who in this league is going to get in his way?
Outside Barrett. Pass to Big Cat. Back to Barrett. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Good execution to getting some short-range looks here.
Now Ivy. 11 points for him last game against Memphis.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
Now here's Harris. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And defensively, that's what you want to avoid. You don't want to foul Harris because he's a great free throw shooter.
So Toronto going with almost an entirely new group here. Pirtle's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Dick comes in for Ingram. Walter, he's checked in for Barrett. Shed comes in for Quickly. Levert's checked in for Detroit. Robinson comes in for Ivy. Here's Big Cat. He has 6. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
But it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Oh, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Cunningham with the ball. He's got 5. And again, the Pistons missing.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Shed, that's good.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Robinson. Levert outside. For 3, here's Harris. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. A 3 off the inbound. Drops in the 3. Harris has got 8. Here's Shed. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Pass to Big Cat for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Pistons lead by 4. And there's the drive. And the dunk by Duren.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Toronto has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Toronto passing it around. The shot by Pirtle, no good.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Big Cat in their last game against Phoenix was outstanding. He picked up 29 points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to...
Call by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, B.A., you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Out to Thompson. He puts up a 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Raptors trail by 3. Setting the floor for Detroit. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Duncan Robinson is out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Stewart in at the center position. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Here's Big Cat. Stewart defends, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Oh, my, and that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Tobias Harris checked in for the Pistons. And so here is Toronto. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Their last game, a win against the Suns, looking to carry it into this one.
And I love the aggressiveness they showed at the start of that game. They were really ready to attack the rim.
Well, that gave them a huge edge in the game because free throw shooting often determines the outcome.
It's tipped. And And the Pistons pushing it up now. And Cunningham running the floor.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Pass to Big Cat. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul of the game.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Here's Big Cat. 6 points for him. Can they get it? And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Isaiah Stewart. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And they've been very aggressive, attacking gaps off the dribble, getting to the rim and showing a lot of aggressiveness with a live dribble.
Cunningham looking around. Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Stewart. Here's Harris. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Here's Shed. And again, Toronto, no good.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Tim, a top 5 pick in 2022. Jaden Ivey battled inconsistency in his first few seasons.
Well, he is an explosive athlete, and at this level, you can't dominate with speed alone. So he's continuing to put in work, and he's making real strides.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Ingram's got 8 points.
Really in sync offensively right now. He is turning it up a notch.
Ivey outside. Here's Cunningham. Nice touch by Cunningham inside.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Picked by Pirtle. Here's Big Cat. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And some changes here for the Raptors. R.J. Barrett comes in for Dick. And Emmanuel Quickly subbed in for Shed. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. And it's Detroit with the ball. They've led by as many as 11. Harris outside. With the floater. And it's good on the layup. He's got 12.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Here's Big Cat, hounded by Harris. Here's Big Cat. Thompson pulls it in.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And he drives in, pass to Big Cat. Stolen by Ivey. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Detroit shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. Legs, we've seen players extend their primes, extend their careers. What's behind that?
Well, I think you have to look at the absolute best, LeBron James, and what he has been able to do in making that investment in terms of caring for his body. It's a role model that all players should emulate.
Question is, can anybody replicate what LeBron has done?
Boy, that's going to be tough to copy that.
They set the screen. Puts up a three. A nice shot by Big Cat. Big Cat's got 14.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Ivy outside. Fires the three. And Big Cat pulls it down. Big Cat's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The three, Barrett. The Pistons clear it. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, and the bottom line is they just had too many unfavorable matchups. They could never find a lineup that worked.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. 11-point game. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. That'll be the first of a 5-game tour around the league.
Yeah, and that's his bread and butter right there. That's where Pirtle wants to operate, right there in the paint in front of the rim.
Harris outside. Ivy outside. Back to Harris. To the inside. Just 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Duren.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Now here's Quickly. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
He didn't make it all about himself. His passing was sharp, and he kept everyone involved.
Good on the shot. 10 points for him.
He's turned it on here in the second quarter, getting his offensive game on track.
Detroit leading by 9. Ivy outside. Thompson outside. Detroit moving the ball around. There's Cunningham with a three. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Well, he had a solid first quarter, but he is rolling now.
And there's 1:38 left in the second period. To the middle. Here's Barrett. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, there was no doubt Barrett was going to flush that one.
Pass to Cunningham. Down low. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Outside Ingram. Here's Big Cat. He's got 14. From outside, off the mark.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Inside, here's Duren. Pirtle with some nice D. Raptors trail by 12. Here's Big Cat. Boy, you look at his scoring average of 34.5 points a game. Very impressive. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
Here's Quickly. Pass to Big Cat. 3-pointer. And Cunningham pulls it down. On the wing, Ivy. Here's Harris. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Mountain to climb. And who says it's not rocket science? All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
Taking a look at the Raptors, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. And it's Big Cat in at the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Pass to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Oh, from deep. Duran, the pass to Cunningham. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Here's Big Cat, covered by Duran. Big Cat passes to Barrett. Here's Big Cat. 4 on the clock. And again, Toronto with a triple.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
To the paint. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And it's quickly with a miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Cunningham against Barrett. And it's Cunningham missing. Raptors trail by 12. Quickly outside.
Anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And obviously we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
Hurdles checked in for Scotty Barnes. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, B.A. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Back to you guys.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report.
And, you know, people around the league think that Brandon Ingram actually has an even higher ceiling than we've seen. And with a few improvements to his game, he could get even better. I hope we get to see that.
Quickly against Cunningham. Outside Ingram. The 3. The rebound by Detroit. Ivy outside. Pass to Cunningham. Cunningham is doubled. Now Ivy. Launches it. Out to Harris. Launches a 3. Hurdle grabs a miss.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
There's no question about it. It feels like every missed shot is ending up in his hands. Unreal.
Second team foul.
Duran, the pass to Thompson. Now Cunningham, guarded by Quickly. Shot from 16. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
And playing with great control. Cunningham is dictating the pace, getting to his spots, and taking it to the defense.
All right, well, we have a moment. The NBA assist leaders. The 4th spot held by Cade Cunningham.
He has a great eye for where to send the ball. And you know his teammates love playing with an unselfish guy like him.
Raptors trail by 14. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Throws it up high.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
The Pistons lead by 12. Harris on the wing. It's deflected. It's Barrett on the wing. Ivy defends. Big Cat passes to Pirtle. Pass to Barrett. Toronto passing it around. And they'll get another chance. Kicks it to Quickly. Outside Ingram. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. All right, let's see what Detroit has coming up. On Tuesday, they're off to Washington to face off with the Wizards.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
And here's Cunningham. He's got 18. Here's Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 6 assists now in the game. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. They trail by 14. Pass to Big Cat from outside the arc. And Ivy pulls it down. Detroit has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And here's Harris outside. Drills it from deep. Harris has got 17 points.
Well, Harris can be a reliable long-range option, and his team does what they can to get him clean looks.
For 3, Barrett. Here's Big Cat. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Now Cunningham, a dangerous offensive player. His scoring average stands at almost 30 a game.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Big Cat, pounded by Harris. And it's good for 2. Big Cat's got 9 points now in the second half.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Thompson scanning the floor. Duran up top. Here's Harris. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Ivy against Barrett. Pass to Big Cat. Quickly, left side. Now here's Barrett. Fires the 3. The rebound by Detroit. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harris outside. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents. It's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
And the Raptors with some changes. Dick, he's checked in for Barrett. Shed comes in for Quickly. Robinson, he's checked in for Detroit. Ivy passes to Harris. Duran, the screen. 4-3. And the dunk by Duran.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Back to Dick. To the left wing. Here's Big Cat. And good! There's another!
And in terms of first-year players, he is one of the most high-volume scorers in league history. He's now tied for 5th all-time in points scored by a rookie.
You just get the sense that there is so much more in store for this fabulous young talent. The sky is the limit.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Another shot. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, if he gets a fingertip on it, it is his. Pirtle grabbing everything out there on the glass.
Stewart, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. You know, Tim, both of Jakob Poeltl's parents played volleyball for the Austrian national team.
Yeah, he comes from an athletic family, and he certainly has a lot of agility for his size. And I think, B.A., in today's game, you need your big men to be able to move their feet.
Pass to Shed. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It goes on Duncan Robinson. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Well, they've really been aggressive in the painted area. When that ball goes inside, they are attacking.
Ivy goes in. Three-pointer Stewart sinks it from distance. Stewart's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's a really good decision by Jaden Ivey. He didn't like what he saw inside, so he kicked it out.
Pass to Shed. Here's Big Cat. 26 points for him. There's the triple on target from range. Big Cat's got 15 points in just the second half.
That's 5 threes for him tonight and his third of the half.
Here's Ivy. Stewart outside. And here's Thompson. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he was shooting the ball from deep in the first half, but he's come up dry ever since.
Pass to Poeltl. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Detroit leading by 11. Ivy with the ball. Picked up by Dick. The three is up. Ivy's shot is off.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
On the wing, Ivy from deep. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Kelishvili's checked in for Toronto. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, they needed that timeout. They're searching for answers right now, how to slow this guy down.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's LeVert, tipped. Setting the floor for Detroit. We've got Isaiah Stewart, Tobias Harris out there with Karis LeVert. Then it's Duncan Robinson, and it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. And that one's good. Ingram.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Stewart. Detroit moving the ball around. Here's Harris. And again, no good by Detroit.
He's trying to find his shot. But at some point, you have to start making these.
Big Cat's shot is off. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Robinson on the wing. Off target from outside.
Trying to close out. Gotta know who's hot and who's not.
Here's Big Cat. Gets the bucket and the foul. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
And the Raptors making a change here. Abaji's checked in. Detroit also making some changes. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for LeVert. And Jaden Ivey subbed in for Robinson. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. The Pistons shooting at 49% so far in the game. Deflected! And they're able to recover. And here's Thompson for 3. Here's Duran. And at last, they get one to fall.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
To the inside. Dick, the pass to Abaji. Ingram deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, great D that time from Harris. And it's Detroit with the ball. They lead by 1. Pass to Thompson. Back to Ivy, and here's Cunningham. Covered by Ingram. Cunningham passes to Harris. That one drops for him. Harris has got 21 points in the game.
And you know Harris is capable of these type of outbursts. He has been a 20-point scorer in this league.
Get one free throw.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possessions.
Some changes for Toronto. R.J. Barrett comes in for Dick, and Emmanuel quickly subbed in for Abaji. Tim, you've been vocal in your praise for Cade Cunningham, and rightfully so.
Well, B.A., on any given night, Cade can be the best player on the floor. He scores, he makes plays, he rebounds, and he processes things quickly. He always seems to be under control.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. Takes the three. Counted from distance.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Detroit has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. For 3, here's Harris. Connects from downtown. Harris has got 12 points here in the second half.
That's his third triple of the night, his second since halftime.
Here's Big Cat. Lets the three fly. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Harris. And Big Cat pulls it down. Big Cat's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Shot is good by Barrett.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
And he gets it back.
Big offensive board. They can milk that clock even more now.
And Harris is really effective shooting off the catch.
The Raptors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Raptors trail by 3. Pass to Big Cat. Down low. Barrett passes to Big Cat. Kicks it out to Barnes. Shot on the wing. The Pistons clear it. Duran's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Here's Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Ivy. On the wing, Thompson. Here's Cunningham. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duran is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim. Yeah, he missed one, but overall improved their situation. They'll take it.
The Pistons lead by 4. To the middle. And Duran with the basket on the assist by Harris. 20 points for Jalen Duran.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Here's Big Cat, covered by Duran. Here's Big Cat. Misses in close. And so it's Harris with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Nifty move. Detroit moving the ball around. Sinks the tray. And it's a 9-point Pistons lead.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Barnes in the post. Harris on him. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Now Thompson. Now Cunningham. Jacks up a 3. And he rebounds again. This kind of effort is amazing.
Simply put, he will not be denied. And Jalen is just taking over in this one. This is how lethal of a player he can be.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. 11-point game. Quickly outside. He launches. It's cleared away by Thompson.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
Yes, sir! Count it!
Ingram really getting out and running the floor on the break. He was able to get ahead of the defense and then convert.
The Pistons lead by 9. Cunningham, outside Harris. Now Cunningham. 1:56 left in the fourth. No good! An opportunity missed! Toronto shooting just around 45% in the fourth. Here's Barnes, beyond the arc. Cunningham there for the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Now Ivy. Now Harris. Yes, sir! Make it in the layup.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all 3 levels.
Oh, the stuff!
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
And here are the Pistons. They're on a 16-7 run. Now Cunningham. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good. $17 points was their biggest margin. Clock at 6. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Pistons.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And tonight's win will give them an even 40 on the year.
And that's an important win. You never like to lose 2 in a row to a team, especially if you only see them 3 times.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jalen Duren.
Yeah, I mean, he was a force on the glass. Just incredible effort.
Detroit easily grabbing this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim